Unknowingly to Mr. Osas, Mrs. Dorcas already have plans to deal with him. She prepared banga soup and eba. The aroma was nose-binding. After that, she set the dining table, while Mr. Osas was still taking a shower. It was a beautiful Saturday morning. Mr. Osas had just returned from UK with one of his girlfriends. Immediately he entered the sitting room. His wife, Mrs. Dorcas, who was watching movie, stood up and hugged him tightly. "Welcome, honey," she said happily. She didn't ask him any question. She went to the kitchen immediately to prepare food for her husband. Mr. Osas was a bit scared because, since he traveled for almost 2 weeks, he never called his wife. He got several missed calls from his wife. He never picked nor returned the calls. So the warm gesture looked strange to him. Is she planning something? He thought deeply. Unknowingly to Mr. Osas, Mrs. Dorcas already have plans to deal with him. She prepared banga soup and eba. The aroma was nose-binding, and after that, she set the dining table while Mr. Osas was still taking a shower. "Honey, hurry up, your food is ready," she called out. Unknowingly to Mr. Osas, she had poisoned the food. Mr. Osas was very worried. That wasn't the reaction he was expecting from Dorcas. He sat down on the dining table. His instincts were seriously kicking against him from touching the food. Dorcas sat beside him, smiling, cheering him to eat. Mr. Osas quickly came up with a plan to escape eating the food. He faked a reaction as if he was having stomach ache, and he stood up, shouting, "Ah! Ah! My stomach! Hey, please, I'm coming, let me use the toilet." Dorcas frowned immediately. "You won't escape this. I must teach you a lesson you will never forget in your life," she murmured coldly. At the toilet, Mr. Osas stood there, smiling and thanking God silently for escaping death. But he knew it wasn't over yet. That evening, he called his wife to their bedroom and tried to apologize, but Dorcas wasn't giving him the space to apologize. "Honey, please, can we talk?" Mr. Osas said, with guilt all over his face. Dorcas turned to stare at him, still smiling. "What is it, my husband?" Mr. Osas began. "Honey, I'm very sorry for how I have treated you. Please, I have changed now, I promise. Please forgive me." "Please stop!" she shouted. Immediately she adjusted herself. "My love, you haven't offended me in any way now. Please, let's not talk about this. You're still my lovely husband, and I love you," she said, her voice lower and calm as she smiles. Mr. Osas tried to push harder, but Dorcas had shut the door to his apology. That night, Mr. Osas was so uncomfortable in the house. He hasn't seen his wife in that pretending and dangerous mood before. He knew his wife was up to something. He picked up his car keys and drove out to lodge in a hotel for the night. Before Dorcas came out of the shower, he had drove out. The next morning, Dorcas had already put charm in Mr. Osas' favorite shoes. Mr. Osas came back that morning. He had already thought of going to the village to see his in-laws and also his own family, so that a family meeting will be held and they can help him talk to his wife. He was getting dressed, but immediately he wore his shoes. In 5 minutes, he couldn't understand what was happening to him. Then he screamed, "My leg, oh! Honey, please come, oh!" But Dorcas was happy that her plans has finally worked. She was still sitting in the living room scrolling on her phone as if she did not hear her husband screaming. Before the end of that day, Mr. Osas' leg has swollen beyond recognition. "Oh, you're crying? You haven't seen anything yet. After everything we've been through together, you betrayed me by gallivanting with different girls of different sizes, all because you feel you have arrived, right? I can't count the number of times you have brought infections to me. You have succeeded in giving me HIV. You are happy now, right? Stand up and go and meet your sugar babies now." "Eh? Stand up," Dorcas said, laughing at Mr. Osas coldly. "Honey, it hasn't gotten to this now. Please, I'm very sorry. I'm truly sorry. I knew you were up to something. Please forgive me, I beg you, please. I will never try this again, please, my love. I love you so much and will forever do." "It was the devil's work, I swear," Dorcas laughed. "You don't care about me anymore. Fine. What about your children? When was the last time you called them or asked after them? You fool. Mr. Osas cried bitterly, pleading for forgiveness. But Dorcas wasn't interested. Dorcas had sent their children abroad. The little one was with her sister in Abuja. She did all that so she could carry out her plan successfully without any distractions. That evening, Mr. Osas called his in-laws and his own family. He told them everything he did to his wife and how his wife had poisoned him. 3 days later, the both family went to Lagos to visit their children and to settle their disputes. The both families spoke to Dorcas, pleading her to forgive her husband and that they believe he has learnt his lessons. After the long plea, Dorcas' heart softened and she forgave her husband. In the next 2 days, the charm was removed and his swollen legs started shrinking and he was healed. Since then, Mr. Osas avoided beautiful girls like he was running away from masquerades. As for Chiamaka, she was doing so well in her new job as an accountant in a big company. She never missed church program for any reason. She prays every time as her life depends on it. Her pastor, who was now her fiancé, told her to go to her parents and confess to them because since she came to Lagos, she hasn't gone home to see her parents. She was only sending them money. 2 days later, Chiamaka traveled to her village. She was surprised at what her parents used all the money she had been sending to them to do. They scattered their mud house and replaced it with a big house. And her mother now owned a big provision and foodstuff shops in the market, with other villagers working for them. They also had big farms with laborers working on them. Her father has 2 big spare parts shops. Chiamaka was amazed. Her parents were so excited to see her. That night, Chiamaka told them everything. They were shocked. But you told us it's NYC that was paying you that huge amount of money you were sending now, her mother said, looking disappointed. Her father rubbed his forehead, still trying to process everything his daughter had just said. Chiamaka knelt down, pleading for forgiveness. After a while, they forgave her and they hugged her. They were also happy that their daughter had got a real job, and she also shared the good news of her engagement with her parents. They were very happy for her, and they were also eager to meet the pastor who saved their daughter and also want to marry their daughter now. Chiamaka was so proud of her parents for what they have been able to achieve with all the money she sent to them. The day was bright. Amaka woke up happy. She went to work smiling like she had won a lottery. 1 week had passed since she returned from the village. She felt so peaceful on the inside. Even her colleagues at work noticed it that day. But to their surprise, Chiamaka didn't even know why she was so happy. 3 months later, Chiamaka and the pastor, Reverend Johnson, got married. Their wedding was really godly and simple. Chiamaka's parents were so proud of their daughter, of her choice. Chiamaka's married life was sweet and lovely. One evening, when she was coming back from church, so she stopped at the supermarket to get some groceries. While shopping, someone tapped her on her shoulders. She turned and she was shocked at what she saw. It was Mr. Osas and his wife. "You are Chiamaka, right?" Mr. Osas asked. "Yes, but I can't place the face," Chiamaka said, looking confused, trying to remember the face standing in front of her. "I am Mr. Osas, the CEO of Osas Group of Companies." Chiamaka widened her eyes in shock. Oh, I remember now. Mr. Osas." Dorcas was just staring at them. Is he going back to his philandering lifestyle again? She thought. "Meet my wife. I can see you are married now," Mr. Osas said, holding his wife by her hands. "Oh, nice to meet you, ma." "Yes, I am happily married now. I have left that life long ago," Chiamaka explained. "Honey, who is she?" Dorcas whispered to her husband. "She used to be my strawberry before she got sick and gave her life to Christ, and I have also repented," Mr. Osas responded to his wife, laughing. Immediately Dorcas heard that name, Strawberry. She remembered what she did to her. Since then, she had not been at peace with herself. Right there, she confessed and asked for forgiveness. "Please, madam, I have a confession to make," she said. But her husband interrupted. telling them to go outside the supermarket to avoid creating scene. He was totally unaware of what Dorcas wanted to say. He thought she wanted to pick a fight with Chiamaka. But when they got outside the supermarket, Dorcas went on her knees. Chiamaka was totally confused of what was happening. "Mrs. Dorcas, I've never met you before. So what are you confessing?" Chiamaka asked. Dorcas confessed everything. How she took the diamond necklace her husband bought for her to a native doctor who did charm on it. That was what led to her swollen neck. "I'm very sorry, ma. I realized my husband has drifted away from me at that time, and I thought if I eliminate you, he would get back to his senses. But I was wrong. Instead, he was jumping from one girl to another. I also inflicted sickness on so many girls, but that did not change my husband. But now he has totally changed. I'm very, very sorry. Please forgive me. I have not been myself since then," Dorcas pleaded. Chiamaka was so surprised, and Mr. Osas was also shocked. "Jesus!" Chiamaka screamed. "So you are the one behind the swollen neck that almost took my life?" In no time, Mr. Osas joined his wife, begging Chiamaka for forgiveness. After all, it was his fault. If not, his wife would not have gone that far, he thought. Chiamaka cried her eyes out on the spot, and eventually, she forgave her. She also prayed with her and Mr. Osas. Thanks for staying with me till the end of this story. Hope you learned something from this story. If you do, please don't forget to like, share and drop a comment about what you've learned from this story. And also subscribe to this channel. Turn on your bell notification so you get notified when an interesting and educating story like this drops. If you missed the first part of this story, please do well to check it out. See you in the next video.